Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do our reading for Capricorn 2000 or May 2021. This is going to be for Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Rising, as always. Those intuitively guided to the channel. You may not have Capricorn in your chart. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. That's really what this is all about, is so that we can all really trust our own intuition. It takes time. Definitely takes time. If you're in love with a Capricorn, understand that your guides know that you're here, and you'll probably receive messages too. So just be open to the experience. We're going to start with our Mother Mary deck. It's an oracle deck, my favorite. We will allow the card to come out in the beginning, and then we will read it from the book at the end. And you guys tell me, but it still blows me away on how fitting the message is at the end of the reading. And someone decided to cut grass. Hopefully you are okay and you can't hear it. Okay. Capricorn. You guys know my beautiful granddaughter Faith is a Capricorn, December 26th. Really the only Capricorn I have in my world, though I do personal readings for many, many Capricorns. Okay, we have be strong, be strong. I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. So, there may be a need for that. We'll see. Alright, let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. And let's get this reading started. Okay. I want to remind you the time is fluid. You know, I see it all the time where readings that I had done a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you know, you come across them, and maybe you don't even realize the date till the end. I did have somebody tell me that. But the messages resonate so much. Take that. You know, because I feel like we're all soul family. Well, I know that we are. And I feel like when we pass, we'll all be talking about our experiences here. What was my point? I forget my point. Anyway, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. You know, I feel like someone feels a little, I don't know if I want to say stuck. The lawnmower is awful loud. Let's make sure that you can hear me. Anyway, this is the energy. I feel like, you know, there maybe some of you are sitting, you know, you kind of feel bored in your life, that type of thing. But I feel like you're fantasizing about something else, another part of your world that you would like to open up, something that you would like to see in your world. Three of Wands is perfect energy for that, right? That's looking at my future with an optimistic lens. You know, if I'm wondering whether I should do something or not, you know, the Four Cups would say, you have spiritual discernment. Use it. You know, what that means is your spirit. You know, you're not just this human body, but you're also spirit. And so it's like wisdom of old. Okay, let's keep going. See what you're thinking about here. Some of you, it may be love. Person is looking at the Ace of Cups within the Four of Cups energy. Normally, they're not looking at it, which is interesting. Normally, their back is to that cup that wants to come in. I often feel it's coming in by the hand of God or God's angels, who's ever assigned to you. Remember that you do have a whole spiritual team assigned to you, from spirit guides, angels, archangels, and they're there for your service. You know, the way I look at it is I feel like God picked out certain guides for us to help us on this confusing path of life. We have the Knight of Cups. So this Knight of Cups is coming in toward you. If it's a person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, could be an energy of some type of communication coming in. Well, let's look at the next card, because we have the Seven of Cups. So even with that, something coming toward you, and it feels like it's of the truth, coming from the Knight of Swords. It feels like it's of truth. It may be some type of communication. But what it does is it kind of throws you into an uncertainty. Should I do this? Should I take this chance? Even though I feel like it's like your soul's been calling for it. I do feel like there's a little bit of chaos attached to the decision. You know, you may be basing it on decisions you made in your past, and you may be someone who looks at your past and says, boy, I screwed up there, and boy, I messed up there. But in reality, there's not really mistakes. In reality, every step that you took, there's opportunity to learn and to grow, or we can get stuck and stay and not take chances. So anyways, well, let's see what else we got. So we have another Knight. We have a Knight of Wands. This is, if it's a person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, though, let's not forget, Knights are on a mission, sent by the King or the Queen, the Empress or the Emperor, to bring something to you. This is desire. This is passion. This is action. And I do feel like for some of you, because it's coming under the Four of Wands, there is something that you have not taken action on yet. But I feel you definitely want to. And then look, we have the High Priestess coming under that Three of Wands. So this is your intuition. This is your higher self. This is the collective wisdom of all the lives that you have lived. So this is why we want to trust it, right? Our intuition. You know, sometimes I feel like it's a peek behind the veil. Just enough, right? With the Three of Wands, just enough. Just enough to keep you maybe on a certain path until you acclimate to it. So, the Knight of Wands coming in, trying to stir you up. We have the Knight of Swords coming in with either communication or some type of truth. Something that I feel, you know, and if I'm trying to decide, do I take this opportunity, do I not? It's clearly saying, trust your intuition on this. What does your intuition tell you? What do you feel about it? You know, even do pros and cons. Okay. We have the Fool. So interesting, because Sam's out cutting the grass, and I said to him, if you're going to cut the grass, I'm going to wait to do a reading. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm not going to cut the grass. And then he's just cutting the grass. We have the Emperor. Card of Aries. Card of Leadership. You may be called to step up and be the leader. And maybe there is some uncertainty. Some of you may have, you know, I feel like in a way I may have left, and don't take this the wrong way, but this is the words that are coming to me. Like a comfy job. And let's face it, many people have lost their jobs due to the pandemic. But in the same breath, I want to say what I've seen personally from all over the world, from the readings, the personal readings that I'm doing, is the majority are finding themselves eventually in a much better place. It takes time to get there, right? It takes time to get there. So some of you, I feel like it's you stepping up in your role um, as a leader, whatever that may mean, right? I want to go back and just talk about what I said earlier and said, there's really no mistakes. Um, and we can have clarity over everything if we ask and then trust. So I do feel like this must be something new with the Fool right next to the Emperor, whether it's a person, but I feel more this is talking about you and your collective wisdom. If you worry like I feel like I want to do this, but I don't know that I have the talent or the skill or what have you. Well, the Emperor becomes the Emperor through his experiences. Has seen it all, right? The hard, the just everything. And the Emperor, much like the Empress, is someone who takes that collective energy, lessons, and breaks it apart to find out, what does that mean for me? Where was my part in it? Where did I grow from it? How am I allowing my past to affect my present? You can go back and you can look 2-3 years ago, and some of those seeds of intention you are now seeing now, both in the light and in the dark. Because remember, we manifest from whatever energy we're in. Whatever vibration we're in is what will come back to us. So you really want to think about your vibration. Where's my vibration? Is it low? Why is it low? Is it due to past pain? What was that past pain about? What did I learn from it? Sometimes we just simply have to say that we're all human and we're all imperfect. So, and I'm only saying that because I don't want you to get hung up in it. I feel like something is coming your way on purpose because you are the one who can bring it to the world. And when I say the world, listen, it can be one person or it can be many. Sometimes you can help affect the life of one person, and that person goes on and helps someone else, and that person, you know what I mean? So anyways, what else we got here? We have the Seven of Wands. And then blah, 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 with the Two of Swords. All right, let's get the last two cards out. Well, thank you. We have the Eight of Pentacles under the Fool. And then we have the Six of Swords. So, we have this Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about whatever you focus on is what you're going to grow. If you're trying to grow your pentacles, grow your business, grow your brand, that type of thing, it's saying that if you focus on it, and when I feel the Eight of Pentacles, I often feel this is something that you find, maybe not right in the beginning, but you find that you're natural at it. The Eight of Pentacles gives you the ability to go from the apprenticeship to the master. Whether that means I'm walking in college and I'm at the beginning, but my goal is to leave with a master's degree. This tells you can do it. So let's go back a little bit. We have the Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands together. That's difficult energy too, because the Two of Swords says that there's a blindfold on. There's something that maybe you don't want to face, something that you don't want to see. You know, I'm a big believer in, you got to look the devil in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, you don't fear it, you run through it. More than anything, I feel like this is talking about your career, guys, and what you can do with it, and the opportunities coming your way. Can certainly throw you into a little bit of state of confusion, but nonetheless, you know, if we move down to the very bottom card, Six of Swords, that tells me that we took time to look at our lives, look at the people around us. What is truth? You know, what is non-truth? Who's toxic? What is toxic in my life? What is holding me back from living what I feel, or I want to find my purpose? Toxicity will certainly hold you back from that, right? And I feel like not only that, but it's like, it's the energy of almost maybe something that is trying to take you out of the Eight of Pentacles energy, but I don't think you should leave it. So, there's certainly uncertainty. Okay, let's go into the clarifier as well. With the Ten of Swords on the bottom, Page of Swords underneath that. Explains a lot. First of all, the Ten of Swords, it's the underlying energy. It's the energy that is ready to leave if we allow it, right? It's run its course. Well, I'm happy to see that the Ten of Swords is able to now close. You know, if you jump in the boat of that Six of Swords and leave, whether it be mentally or physically. Ten of Swords is like being attacked over and over and over and over again, and it comes, you know, these swords are in the back, so a lot of it maybe I didn't see it coming, but I have a feeling with the Two of Swords here, much of it you need to look at. Like, sometimes I feel in the Ten of Swords, it's really about, why did I stay so long? Why did I take on these people's opinions as if they were my own? You know, this is where I start to lack self-confidence. And even though we really can't blame anyone but ourselves, that doesn't mean people don't do things. I don't mean it that way. I just mean that in the Ten of Swords, I often feel like, did I stay too long? Did I, like, why did I allow it to get to the 10? This is not to judge yourself. It's just so you can learn. So if a situation like this arises again, you know how to handle it, right? You know how to handle it. Here comes the lawnmower again. Okay. Trying to think, what cards do I want to bring? I think I'm going to bring in the Gilded Tarot. Let's go ahead and break this down a little bit more. You know, for some of you, there may be things that you've been dreaming about that, due to other people, you've lost trust in yourself that you can actually manifest what it is you want to manifest. You know, and I feel like many of you, it's moving into the Emperor status. That can be the boss. That can be a business owner. That can be leading the people, you know, like I think of like mayor, you know, you may have been moved into politics due to all the unrest around the world. Everyone, you know, it seems like every country's having their own issues. They're very much alike, right? We have Judgment coming over the Four of Cups. So, this is your ancestors. This is your spiritual team. It truly is. It's your spiritual team. What are they here for? They're here to get your attention. This is a call to attention. It's a call to the present moment. It may say get out of fantasy mode and start moving towards what it is that you hope and dream for. And by the way, when you're in that energy, I feel like if you're willing to put the focus in, I feel like your way will be shown, right? But you have to trust that. You have no blindfolds here. I feel like the first thing I got to do is take off any blindfolds I have. We'll let that pass. I'll probably listen to this reading back, and if I hear the lawnmower, I hate to say I won't put the reading out because we'll see. Anyway, so this is asking for a rebirth in some part of your life, right? This is also saying if I kind of feel like some want to escape their current life. And if that is true, don't feel that you're stuck. What it's reminding me of, and I think I told you this before, Sam's son, Sam is my boyfriend, his son was taking a pretty big exam to try to help change, he's just trying to help change his life. However, for weeks before the exam, he kept saying there's no way he's going to pass it. I'm not smart enough. There's no way I can't do this. But, you know what I mean? And he kept saying it over and over and over and over again. So, test day comes, and he did not pass. Now, he is smart enough to pass that exam, but I almost feel like, it's you talk yourself into things based usually on other people's opinions. So I'm only bringing that story up because I want you to be careful that that's not what you're doing yourself. Like I could see me traveling this road, however, I probably won't be able to do as well as others or that type of thing. That's the type of energy you want to get out of your head, because Ten of Swords tells me that you've probably had those words spoken to, like you can't, you won't be any good at that, or just doubt in what you're doing. So it became your doubt. Your ancestors are saying, no way. Let's go ahead and put you on this path and show you that what you can do. I love that your ancestors come out first too, because they wouldn't ask you to do anything that wouldn't be beneficial to you. It just doesn't happen, right? This is coming from the light, and when it comes from the light, anything that's being asked of you can only enhance your life. Now, that doesn't say it'll be struggle free. Sometimes, going through that struggle and then surviving, coming out the other end, that's where you start to figure out that you're not just human, you are a spirit warrior, right? So your ancestors, nonetheless, are showing up for you. Call to attention. There's something that needs a rebirth, whether it's in your thought system, whether it's where you're living and who you're living with, whether it's toxins that you put into your body that aren't serving you, that type of thing. All right, let's keep going. Hello, lovers. Okay, well, we have the Lovers. Card of Gemini, first of all. This is also, the meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. To me, however, that applies for sure. And that may be what you're thinking about in this Four of Cups energy. This to me is truly a special connection. This can signify twin flames. Don't get stuck on that, though. You know what I mean? because soulmate love is quite beautiful. And I do feel like this would talk about that type of connection. In no way do I feel like this is karmic. So, in the Three of Wands, under that. So this is the way I'm looking at the Lovers also. You know, if this is communication coming in from someone, asking maybe for a new start, or, you know, the Fool is brand new. Maybe it's an Aries. Anyway, I feel like your human mind is like, oh shit, what do I do? I don't know what to do. But your spiritual body is right in tune to this lover. Okay, let's keep going. You know, it's never a bad thing when you see Judgment bringing out the Lover's card. This, you know, and I often feel that when we, you know, I definitely feel I was guided to Sam at really one of the worst times in my life, right? It's when I lost my son, and then took time for me to feel comfortable coming here. But then I started to realize that this was part of my healing, right? It's like, and I often know that when there's towers in our lives, there is a blessing to follow. Sometimes we're not aware of it, sometimes we're not awake enough, but it doesn't mean it goes away. It just means when you're ready, it will show, right? We have the Six of Cups. Alright, so this is someone of your past where some type of communication may be coming in. You know, they also carry the Fool energy. So I feel like this is someone who's free and clear. I don't feel like this is someone who's like married to someone and just, you know, unhappy, so I'm out searching for old loves. No, I don't feel that. I feel, well, I feel that this is probably someone pretty special in your own heart. Now, it doesn't mean you were in love before romantically. It could just mean that you were friends. You know of each other. Some of you may be actually, you know, going back to a time. You may be moving. But nonetheless, this is about happy memories of someone. So, you know, where's the communication coming from? It's showing us. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands over the Seven of Cups. Interesting. 77. Maybe you were together in 1977. I was together with... Oh, well, yeah. Actually, that's just when Sam and I broke up, when I was 17. Okay, well, we also have the Devil. So, first of all, card of Capricorn. But what I want to say here, because you have the Seven of Wands coming over the Seven of Cups. So, my insecurity about making a decision, you know, maybe this is you wanting to reach out also. Don't forget that. It can be either or. It can be you thinking of reaching out. And I feel like go for it. However, I want to say there is a need to understand your dark energy. And what I mean by that, if, let's say this person's coming back in, right, to communicate something. You know, it doesn't have to be love, but hello, the Lovers is here. But they're coming in to communicate something. So I feel like there's two different ways this is going to play out. Number one, if I still have my blindfold on, right? I have my swords up to protect myself. Seven of Wands, I'm also in the energy of feeling like I need to defend myself. maybe you have every right, don't get me wrong. But then you have the devil that comes out on top of the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Wands. So this is definitely what pulls you into your darker energy. You know, I don't know. I just feel like if this energy exists, then this will probably not go to where maybe it could go. Because coming out of the gate aggressively won't serve anybody. And again, you may have every right. So if and if you feel that, then I would say this may be a relationship you do not want to consider taking back, at least at this point. Now, some of you also may hear from someone of old about a position that's opening up, or some type of collaboration they want to do with you. Because you're moving into the energy of action. And this action that you're moving into would suit you to allow to come from your desires, your passion, right? When you move according to your passion and desire, and trust these steps, then I feel like this energy will no longer exist. It goes away. It's over with. It's the past. Can I put it in the past, or am I going to bring it into my present? If this person is responsible for that Ten of Swords, then I don't know. But we'll get more clarity on that. But the Lovers is coming over the Three of Wands, so if nothing else, I feel like this is something that at least deep down you want. And I guess it's going to depend on my perspective. Excuse me. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Chariot, card of Cancer. Feminine and masculine coming under the Lovers. Again, some of you, you may be going through the twin flame relationship, and I'm in one, and it wasn't easy. And it's not always easy still. But now I see the worth of it. Does that make sense? Anyway, look at this. We have the World coming over the Fool, touching the Knight of Swords, and also attached to the Six of Cups. So, Capricorn, what I feel, and those intuitively guided, what I feel is, the Three of Swords is here, so I definitely feel like there's heartache, somewhere in your life. Mother Mary, though, comes out with the energy of being strong, right? I pull myself up and do what needs to be done. And sometimes that means that I have to get over my own past, right? I got to clear my own past because it doesn't serve me to hold on to it. Doesn't serve me to hold on to the anger. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, but, however, you don't know what this person did. This is all a personal choice. If this is something you want back in your life. So the Chariot is coming over the High Priestess, though. So I feel like your intuition is trying to push you forward in this. The Chariot is also the energy of a reward. And the reward is finding balance in the reason for the reward is because, you did what Mother Mary said. You became strong. You pulled yourself up. You're doing what needs to be done. It's finding the balance within yourself. And so the reward of the Chariot truly is an unlimited reward. You can take it as high as it can go. Now, it's attached to the Lovers. But then you move into the world. So the world also, I feel like the doors to the energy of the world open when we are ready for them to open, when we are in touch with our spirituality, when we've looked at our life and we understand that even the hard times taught us much. The world to me is when you're truly walking in your spirituality. Now, I feel like I can't help it, but the Six of Cups is also attached to the world. So for a lot of you, this is energy that will, I feel like, be in your life, whether it be again or it is brand new. Even if it's brand new, what it's saying is be careful that, make sure that you've taken all the blindfolds off. And that means your own blindfold, right? Like, it can be caused by other people, and it almost always is caused by other people. But then we got to learn our own truth. Just because somebody says I can't do something doesn't mean anything, right? If I want to do it and I'm willing to put the work in, then I will do it. You know what I mean? I will do it. I understand this energy because doing tarot, I came up against a lot of Christians or, bad, but I don't know how this could be bad because it is coming from the light. I feel it. And I know it. So I feel like Spirit uses me almost like through storytelling for you. And, but it took me a while to take all the mask off and believe in what I'm doing, believe in myself, believe that I was called to do this. And now here I am many years later, just loving what I do. Doesn't mean it's not hard. It is hard. It can be exhausting, right? Because I really have to give all of myself in each and every reading or I won't even do it. So anyways, I often feel like the world also talks about what will be the best chapter of your life. And I often feel it's from here to forever. At least in this lifetime, if we're talking twin flame energy, then even soulmate energy, we're all going to meet again, right? In that big sky above us. We're all going to meet again. Anyway. Some of you, your business is based on the experiences that you had. And, when you learn that, I don't know, I feel like you stop fearing. So anyways, here's the world. We have the Two of Pentacles. So, first of all, I like that the Two of Pentacles came out even though we have the Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles means I'm making a logical decision about something. I'm not allowing fear, right, of heartache to determine whether I move forward with something or someone. This is looking at it like, do I want it in? Will it enhance my life? And if so, do I want it in my life at this time? So it's making a very logical decision about what to do. We have the Ace of Wands. So I kind of feel like this is you giving it a yes, to be honest. And then we have, interesting, the High Priestess coming over the Two of Swords with the High Priestess also above it. Okay. So I feel like whatever it is that you may fear, that you may fear will happen. I don't feel it will happen. The star is about your hopes, your dreams, and your wishes, and bringing them into your life. manifesting them. It's not just, oh, my hopes, my dreams. No, this is, I'm telling the universe, this is my dream. Maybe I want to own a business. Maybe I want to be the leader. Maybe I feel that is my calling. The universe responds, okay, we agree. This is part of your journey. You don't have to accept it, but it is part of a way for your soul to expand. Love greatly expands the soul. But on the other end of that, we learn a lot when we travel through the dark. So, in no way do I feel like this is something that I'm wishing for you. This is what you're wishing for yourself. The Ace of Wands, boom, there's your ignition, right? It's time to go. You know, I have, it's funny, I kept reading this as the Star card, but it's not, it's the High Priestess, but I felt that energy of you manifesting, so that stands, though it's not Aquarius's card, so I just want to make that clear. It's almost like she's at a drive-in. It's funny, I just asked Sam if he wanted to go to a drive-in. But anyways, so, the High Priestess coming over the Two of Swords is saying trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust these feelings. If it puts you in a state of fear, there's just something that you don't have clarity over yet. But you can have it. I think a lot of you are thinking about spiritual-based businesses. And I have a lot of you who are already in that type of business. In different, some have just begun, some are been doing it for a few years, some have been doing it most of their lives. We have the Queen of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Exactly what was filmed for some of you. So if you're wondering, even if you've already begun, if you're wondering, am I truly going to be successful in this? I feel like what it's saying, as long as you're willing to put the work in, absolutely. You have the Eight of Pentacles, and now you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is about success. It's also energy where you receive a lot of epiphanies. From who? From your ancestors. From your spiritual team. It's being guided. So it's like your financial house is guided. And you trust in that. Some of you literally are trying to make a decision of maybe do I stay where I'm at or I start my own, take the wisdom that I have and begin something of my own. I see no reason why you couldn't. Well, what do we have next? We have the Knight of Wands again. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have, look at this, we have the Eight of Pentacles coming over the Eight of Pentacles. You know what this tells me? That some of you may find love or the one in somehow tied to your pentacles, somehow tied to the work that you do, the craft that you do, the collaboration. I feel like it's making it pretty clear that this is, when you are living in your true authentic journey, and that means that you're trusting the signs. And I have to tell you, I've been getting I did Leo, and man, they had a lot of different signs that were coming to them. I did a spiritual reading just the other day, and I have to tell you, I'd recommend you watch it. I feel like it was very deep, very truthful, but exciting at the same time. And it's for the collective. So, if you're part of my family here, which you are, then that reading would also be for you too. And I'm only saying that because I feel like there's parts of you that need to be built back up. Like somebody ripped you down and now your ancestors want to build you back up. All right, we have the Hermit. Well, if that isn't great confirmation for any spiritual based businesses out there, what does this tell you? This tells you that you yourself you have the opportunity. I feel like every 9 years. When I think about the numbers, like, year 1, 2, 3, 4, they all have different purposes. That's why you have a personal year number. By the way, I have those done also. So you definitely want to know about your personal year. I'm going to do a life path next. But your personal year is what's happening, or almost like the energy you can expect in the year 2021. It goes year to year, like January to January. However, I believe it actually starts in the energy of Aries. Because every year I feel the energy is late. You know what I mean? And so now I'm really starting to believe it goes from Aries to Aries. So the 9 year cycles is the ability to, when you get to the 9, it says, okay, take a moment to reflect back of where you have been, so you know where you're going. Some of us don't want to repeat where we have been, so we want to be open to learning that. Sometimes I feel like half our life is learning what it is we don't want, so the second half of our life is bringing in what we now know we do want, right? Also learning that, listen, I may want everything in the world, but my vibration is low, and I don't believe in myself. I don't believe it'll happen. I don't believe you, Sandy. I don't believe any of this will come true, right? I'm living in the energy of doubt, of just lower energy. It can be aggressiveness, any of that. And I just feel like that's what these years are for. Five universal year we have this year. That's the energy of change, but there's no fear. There need not be any fear. I left a comment the other day, and I wrote, I heard that fear not is the most repeated commandment in the Bible. Fear not. Fear not, my child. Fear not. You have this whole beautiful spiritual team that is there for you, whether you want it or not. Right now, you probably have angels right around you. So, anyways, building a business out of what it is you have learned, I feel like is beautiful. It's taking your wisdom and then putting it into action. Some of you, let's just say last 9 years, if they were difficult, they were there to teach you so that you can turn around and then help others. So that maybe they don't have to go to the 10, right? So I feel like anything in that area is just magnified for you. So if you're thinking of starting a business or becoming the boss, or you want to be the leader, or maybe you're already in that energy, but you have some uncertainty, I feel like this is confirmation that you're on the right track. However, I don't feel like anything is meant to just fall in your lap. And I think that's why the 8 of Pentacles, and I don't think, that's what the 8 of Pentacles talks about. The work that I'm willing to put in something, and how it will magnify. And it must be what you're drawn to. It must be something that's, it's calling to you. Also, card of Virgo is interesting because double Virgo right there. I live with a double Virgo. Um, King of Swords. Some of you, if we go right back up, is maybe who is attached in your, as part of your lovers. We have the Queen of Cups. I'm just trying to find people right now. We have Cancer. We have your card, Capricorn, Gemini, and I'm sure there's other ones in here. So we have the Knight of Wands with this Ace of Wands. There's something I feel like that it's time for you to move forward in. I feel like your ancestors are saying that. Whether it be love or career, there's something that you got to believe. You got to believe in yourself, first of all. Have your eyes wide open. Stay in the present moment. And I promise you, when you do that, if there's anything that will not enhance your life, it will be shown to you. You will feel it. You will see it. Something. You'll have upset stomachs, right? I feel like when we deny our intuition, like our stomachs can ache, especially Earth. I was going to say especially Virgo because they're attached to the stomach, but I feel all Earth. Really anybody though. So, oh, we have one more card over here. Look at this. Temperance. Temperance wanted to come out all by herself. First of all, card is Sagittarius, but let me tell you, this is about divine timing, divine order. And what that means to me is you're living a divine life. You have, I'm just waiting for the lawnmower to go away. You have every right to live a divine life. Sometimes, it's like, woe is me, but the universe is saying, hey, that was just a lesson. Come on. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Temperance asks for patience. Talks about, I feel like during this patience, something is being built, right? Something is being made. A recipe is being put together. The water and fire, the mixture of them. You have a lot of fire. You have water too. So, Temperance is saying, this is something you don't really have to hold on tightly to, because I feel like meant to be. Now, anything can be meant to be, but then how I'm in it will determine how it will turn out. We have to understand that. We could have the perfect lover come in, but yet if we are still living in the past of pain and hurt and betrayal, and we haven't cleared that, then that has the potential, at least those feelings. You guys know what I'm talking about, where you've left a relationship, right? It was bad, it was hard, probably started with love, what have you, but it didn't end that way. And then you go into your next relationship and you carry all that doubt with you, and then it's laid upon their shoulders. So all it's saying is give everything and everyone a chance with the Fool, right? Start at 0. And if red flags need to be sent, they will be sent. But so will flags or signs to help you. 3 of Wands. I don't know where this is going to end up, but I know that it feels good right now. And that's the energy I move in with the Chariot, right? Chariot says, I can take this as far as I want to take it. There truly are no limits on this love or this career path. There are no limits. The only limits that are on it are the limits that you put on it. So know that and trust that. And I'm saying that because I feel a lot of you are feeling called, whether it be to a person or your career or both. Judgment is saying, I need you here. I need you present. I need you as the Fool's energy. And from there, we can build and create the best type of life. Temperance says, you have to learn the art of patience, but also the art of letting go of control of exactly how something must be, and know sometimes that it'll come in different than what I had hoped, but chances are that's because it's coming in better than you could expect it. So I definitely feel like your ancestors are saying this movement that's coming towards you, there is no limit on how far you want to take it. It can be a forever, moving directly into the world. It can certainly be a forever type thing. And I often feel in the world, sometimes it is like the last chapter of our life or the second half of our life, where now we're in the energy of understanding spirit, understanding ourselves more, understanding energy, and trusting our intuition. And that just makes life a heck of a lot easier. So, I love the Temperance is the last card. Card of Sagittarius. I think I said that, but yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I think I'm going to leave it there, but I am going to read from Mother Mary, Be Strong. This card counsels you to take swift and firm action towards resolving your present situation. Mother Mary avows that you are stronger than you think you are. You can also call upon the wellspring of God's strength to lift you up. Do not wallow in any feelings of victimhood. Use your God-given strength now. This card may also be asking you to engage in physical activity to develop your strong, healthy body. If you've been thinking about working out with weights, then this card is additional validation that it's time to exercise. Okay, I feel like that last part was for me. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you find your way through this reading. There's a lot of cards, many more than I planned on taking, but what wanted to come out. And I just want to remind you, we're in a universal 5-year, so there will be changes. And it may force our hand, but these changes can certainly be of your benefit if you allow them, because again, this is coming from the light. This is to help expand you, expand your world, expand your soul. I often get that when we pass on, that we will gather and we will laugh and we will talk about everything that we have learned and our experiences. And those younger souls will be looking up to us like, I want to go onto Earth. I want to have that experience, that type of thing. So I'm going to leave it there. I know I'm going to keep talking. Anyways, I love you guys. I apologize about the lawnmower if you heard it. I'm hoping it didn't pick it up. I got this new mic. It's supposed to only pick up what's in front of me. So anyways, I love you. I am totally grateful for you always. Thank you for just choosing the video. Thank you for those who stuck it out to the end. Thank you for your comments. It helps bring me a lot of clarity. Something I want to recommend too is when you leave a comment, it's totally up to you, but leave your first name with it. Because I want to get to know you more on a first name basis versus, our what do you call it? The name that we make up. But totally up to you. But, because a lot of times I'll feel your energy, but I only know you by that icon. I know I'm using the wrong emoji, whatever it is, thumbnail. What do you call it? So I just recommend, if you want, leave your name. Because many times I want to say your names in the reading. Anyways, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you to those new people who have subscribed. Welcome. I'm very grateful that you found us. Thank you for those who've been with me. You really help build me up and make me feel validated that I'm doing the right thing. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that. I really just want to say that I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for your donations. I couldn't do it without it. That's just the truth, you know, because I've now completely, this is now my business, period. And how blessed am I? That's what I feel. I feel very blessed to be able to bring these readings to you. I feel blessed the Spirit chose me. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Not me. Anyway, you have my gratitude forevermore. I love you. Definitely check out that spiritual, I think I called it spiritual messages, or spiritual guidance. I just put it out a couple days ago. But it will certainly relate for all of us. So, or all, it related to me, but it relate to you too. So, I recommend that. I do recommend that you know what your personal year number is. I'll tell you real quick how you figure that out. You take the day you were born plus the month you were born. You add that together. Okay, so I'll use myself for an example. So I was born on 9/13, ninth month, 13th day. So 9 plus 1 plus 3 would come to 13. Then you add, so now I got to bring that down to a single digit. So 1 plus 3 equals 4. So my number is 4. However, I got to take that 4 now and add it to the number of the universal year, which is a 5. So my universal year is a 9. Not universal year, my personal year. This is a year for me really to reflect upon like the last 9 years, because next year will be a year 1. So it'll be a year of manifesting. So I feel like this year is getting everything in order, making sure I have all my T's crossed, my I's dotted, and then next year I have a feeling something new is going to come out. Something new. I mean, my mind is being pulled in many different directions. Like I'm learning about numerology, which I'm just loving. But I'm constantly learning for myself, but also because I want you guys to have as much information as you can have. So personal life number, those are all done. It's under my playlist. Life path number, I haven't done those yet, but you can certainly find them on YouTube. And knowing that, and then watching a reading, a lot of times you'll even, it'll even go deeper for you. So, just my recommendation. I love you guys. I will see you soon. I'll see you in the readings. Bye-bye.